It's time for the absolutely... I'm on my way! Completely! I'm almost there! Random! Why are there so many stairs? Podcast! Oh, jeez! With Andrew Rhodes. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the absolutely, completely random podcast for Saturday, April 10th, 2021. I'm your host, Andrew Rhodes, always here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel, and I welcome you this week with open arms and a closed wallet. Look, I spent enough money this week, okay? Bills are not something that you ever enjoy paying, and it just gets harder as the week goes on, and the months, and the years, and everything else. But anyway, enough about my wallet's personal problems. What am I going to talk about this week, you ask? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Netflix anime school is now in session. Oh, goody gumdrops. Hey, you remember Media Blasters, that somewhat successful anime company that, kind of just fell off the goddamn face of the earth, and basically the only thing, and I want to say this again, the only thing keeping it afloat was its adult entertainment hentai division, Kitty Media? Yeah, well, apparently the company is having a reemergence, according to their CEO. I'll believe it when I see it. The most popular anime in Japan that you probably aren't even watching. Oh, that's got to be good. And I got not one, but two, count them, two robot topics this week. That's right. A self-transforming $700 Hasbro exclusive Optimus Prime. That's right, a self-transforming Optimus Prime. Oh, I'm going to love talking about this. And because, what will one of my podcasts be without an occasional talk about Pokemon at some point down the road? Pikachu. That's right, everyone's favorite little electric mouse, the thing you just want to cuddle and snuggle and hug till he's, just prove that he's loved and adored like he is. Use him as a cheap source to recharge your batteries and your phone. Apparently, he's getting a new robot, too, that sings, dances, and attacks. But if you put it on a pedestal and apparently want to treat it like your best friend you never want to be separated from, it's going to get pissed. I'll explain all that and more this week on the absolutely, completely random podcast. But hey, before we get any further, though, you know the song and dance by now, I'm sure you do. ARHOADS-2012 over on eBay. I have a wide variety of stuff from sale. From anime, well, actually, I don't think I have any. Oh, wait. Now, I might have some anime that I'm going to be putting up. So, yeah, I'm going to hold off on that. But I have some DVDs. I do have some anime DVDs that I got, at the Dollar Tree that I want to put up. So, yeah, some anime, but not a lot up yet. But I do have some DVDs, video games, trading cards, a whole slew of stuff for you to take a look at and a gander at. Because remember, holidays are always coming, birthdays are always around the corner, and somehow, some way, somehow, again, someone gets pissed off because you forgot something. Well, I can be your one-stop shop for hopefully getting something that might make them happy, or if they're your worst enemy, piss them off and they'll never want to talk to you again. I'm sort of like the Ronco guy of the sandwiches there. Remember that Ronco commercial? Make a sandwich that thin, I guarantee you they'll pack their bags and never come back. I actually was tempted to try that. I really was. That's the favorite line I have from that. But anyway, ARHOADS-2012 over on eBay. Come check me out. You can also check me out over on Twitter at Otaku Rhodes. That's at capital OTAKU, capital RHOADS, over on Twitter. Check out the official Web Designer the Web Designer 18 Facebook page. I can't even, my mind's going ahead of my actual voice today. Wow. Never thought that was a possibility. But you can check out the official Web Designer 18 Facebook page over on Facebook. And while you're here on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's see if we can't hit 1,000 subscribers. No, seriously, let's see if we can. I mean, I was shocked I hit 200 last year. Let's see if we can aim for 1,000. Come on, let's see if we can't get 1,000. Get me one of them play buttons. That'd be interesting to see if I can get one of those. Yeah, my channel sucks anyway, but that'd be interesting to see if I can get one. But yeah, come on! And, otherwise, thanks for being here. So, yeah. Alright, so this is usually the part where I talk about how my week went, and honestly, it's a hodgepodge, I guess you could call it. It was sort of an easy week. Nothing really happened. Honestly, nothing really happened. See, I had the thing last week with the phone company. I got that squared away happily. That was squared away, ironically. I want to say Sunday afternoon that was squared away, so that made me happy. I took care of that done on Monday. And, it's just been one dull, simple week. Not really much exciting things happening. Have a couple ideas for a couple possible videos down the road. Did record a couple discussion videos this week. The one that I might want to redo, I don't know yet. It is kind of long, but otherwise it's not too bad. But this week's just been sort of dull. I guess you want to call it dim, dull. I did try to catch up on some YouTube stuff. I caught the newest episode of Junkyard Mook this morning. I watched that. That was pretty interesting. I watched some Bad Omen clips on YouTube. I thought that was pretty cool. I said David Tennant, and I don't know who plays Zerophil. I don't know who plays him, but it's actually pretty cool. I remember my friend telling me about that. And I thought that was kind of interesting. I know last Sunday was Easter. My mom went to a friend of ours to spend some time with them. I stayed home because I just didn't feel like going. I wasn't exactly in the mood. Plus I might have had to help a relative out, so I was on the, if I need you, I'll call you standby sort of deal. So it's like, no, you go, I'll stay. It's fine. But, so that was pretty much how my week went. Work was just, an annoyance, but still, it is what it is. It's basically my week. Nothing. And honestly, I mean, after the week before, this was like a dull week. Like, nothing happened. I ate a sandwich. I went to the Dollar Tree today. I got a couple things at the Dollar Tree. Mostly some Lay's crisps, a couple bottles of Dr. Pepper. So really, like, nothing exciting. But, it's just been a regular, dull, boring-ass week. Honestly, nothing really exciting happened. It's actually kind of creepy. Normally this doesn't happen. Usually something weird happens, like I stumble upon something, strange, or something weird happened in one of my apps. But honestly, nothing out of the ordinary has been going on. I've been attacked in Lord's Mobile a couple times. Well, no shit there. I put up a shield yesterday. I put up a shield on Thursday. It ended yesterday. I ended up putting up a small one then this morning, which ended then later in the morning. I got attacked by one person that decided to just pop up right next to my kingdom, rip through everything, and yes, it is what it is. By the way, if anybody wants to join my little guild that I keep starting back up, because I started it with the one person that started it, invited me to it, and I've kind of just somehow become the de facto leader almost every time. If you want to join us, we're actually in Kingdom 850. Don't ask me what the name of it is. I just know we're in Kingdom 850. The guild's name is The End Is Near 2153. If you want to come hang out, right now it's me and the one person by the username of Big Boy 420. That's BIGBOI 420. So that's pretty cool. I know I did catch the what the hell was it? I know I caught the death battle. I didn't really watch it. I just wanted to see who was gonna be on the next one, because I kind of felt like the last two death battles were just rematches for the ones that lost miserably, to either redeem them or prove how much they suck. This time was Luthor versus Doctor Doom, and I'm not a fan of either of the characters, so I'm like, I'm gonna pass on this one. I just wanted to see who was coming up next, and I saw who it was. I just don't remember it off the top of my head right now, but yeah, there was that. I know Puzzles and Dragons did a new thing, but like I said, it's just been a boring, dull week. I watched Shaolin Soccer last Sunday with my mom when she got home. Then I introduced her to that. I kind of wish that would have been the dubbed one up on YouTube, but it was the subbed version. Oh God, if it would have been dubbed, she would have been laughing her ass off. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to watch that movie, I highly recommend it. It's a beautiful movie, really funny as hell. But yeah, it's pretty much just been my week. One massive thing after another that just amounted to nothing. It's simple, boring, dull week. So yeah, let's get into the podcast then, shall we? Because I got 5 beautiful topics, and I can't wait to dive into them. I really can't. All right, so first off, I want to stress how much I hate Netflix. They have this philosophy of it's almost like the drug dealer's business model, where the first hit's free, then your ass is ours. And with Netflix, it's pretty much, oh, well, we might pop out a couple episodes you can watch for free on like YouTube or something. We'll entice you to come subscribe to us. And for those of you out there going, oh, well, I don't have Netflix account, I bum off my buddy. Yeah, they want to put an end to that bullshit too, because they realize that people are skirting it. I mean, you're charging how much a fucking month? It'd be a miracle if anybody actually gives a rat's ass anymore and just actually pays you people. Whereas like, hey, look, you chip in like $5 towards this, and I'll let you bum my password. I know my one coworker was like, you want to borrow my Netflix password? He goes, you can watch Netflix. He goes, I'll let you borrow it. I'm like, yeah, no, I'll pass. Thank you. I'm not a fan of Netflix. As far as I'm concerned, Netflix can shove it. As Santa said in the one Aqua Teen Hunger Force episode, so far up his ass. Yeah, they can just shove it. But anyway, their anime school is now in session. That Japan America author Roland Ketz penned an article for Nikkei Asia about Netflix's anime school. Classes have begun for the 10 students selected. 10, by the way. 10 students who all receive a scholarship and will be employed by Netflix when their courses are done. You're going to have a job in an industry that the minute you become obsolete, they will throw you under the bus. Remember this, boys and girls. When you graduated high school, you earned the right to say, welcome to Arby's. When you graduate from Netflix's academy, you have the right to say, I have a job. Until Netflix decides to fire my ass. There's a fine line here. There's honest to God, there's a fine line here. There's got to be. But Professor Tadashi Sudo remarked, the most important thing about the new school is its emphasis on doga. Doga is the term for hand-drawn in-between frames. A lot of doga labor is currently outsourced to overseas studios. This program is trying to bring that work back to Japan and maintain the high quality of anime at home. Okay, here's a news flash for you. A lot of stuff's outsourced. I know. Look at the fucking Simpsons. What was it? For years they were hand-drawn. They were drawn in Korea. Literally, I think it was South Korea that drew the Simpsons, because they actually made a parody of it. They joked about it in the one couch gag. The shit gets outsourced because, oh look, it's cheap and easy to do it. It's wrong, first off. It's annoying, stupid, and idiotic, but it's outsourced. That's the way of life. Look at how it works, folks. Anybody take, Economics 101. It's pure Economics 101. It's cheaper, which means you can save money, which you can use for something else, which means you can make more money. It's Economics 101. But, oh, yeah. So, Hitomi Tateno of Studio Ghibli, who was one of the teachers advertised when Netflix announced this program, was also interviewed. The responsibility of opening up the future for young animators is very rewarding, she commented. The stress of meeting deadlines at Ghibli was enormous. I feel more at ease teaching, but I am teaching with the same energy and passion I put into producing my work at Ghibli. Notice, see, this is where I hate to call this a bullshit article or a bullshit idea, but let's look at this real carefully here for a moment, if we can. They basically took two individuals. You didn't hear, like, anything from the students. Like, none of the students were interviewed. Like, hey, what do the students think of this? And, like, just give us, like, student A, student B, student C. Try to make it seem more like they actually are enjoying this. Whereas it's, oh, we're going to be employed by Netflix. All they're thinking of is, I can make money till they fire my ass. Look, there's a philosophy that I've learned. Everybody is replaceable. Nobody in the world, okay? Nobody is, immune to being fired. No one. Oh, you see your boss putting a head in a freezer, you got a job for life until the boss up and leaves, then your ass is basically SOL. Shit out of luck. So, that does happen. But as far as this is concerned, you have two people who I'm assuming were probably heavily paid by Netflix to pitch this thing. So, of course, they're going to say, oh, this is the greatest idea we've ever had. This is, this is the best thing we could have ever done for these students. This is going to be so good for them. Whereas they're probably thinking in the back of their minds, we are commercializing the shit out of this. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy the fact that they're teaching and trying to make anime a little better. They're trying to bring back the outsourcing. I appreciate that. I get where they're coming from. I appreciate it. But at the same time, it's Netflix. It's Netflix. Netflix are the kings of scummy. I mean, you look up scummy in the dictionary, like 2 definitions down, there's a picture of Netflix, and then the description is literally Netflix's business model. That is the definition of scummy in the dictionary, and people are always like, oh, but Netflix is so good, Netflix is wonderful, Netflix is a bunch of crap, and that's my thought and philosophy on Netflix. But of course, nobody gives a rat's ass about my philosophy. But yeah, Netflix really is not the world's greatest. Technically, if you want to have somebody that's teaching with the same passion and energy that they put into producing their work, you could also, like, take up, cooking. I guarantee you, even the laziest chef that's being told, hey, look, you can teach, will probably put the same level of energy into whatever they cook into teaching. I cannot teach for beans. I've been constantly, like, if I have to show somebody something, I usually get frustrated if they can't get it. I'm not going to lie, because it does piss me off. My mom's a prime example of this. I literally had to show her this week how to get an attachment, put an attachment on her email to email me an attachment. And I'm like, I showed you this. Yeah, I showed you this. So this is the last time I'm showing you this, so pay attention. Whereas it's, it's annoying, but some of the stuff's just like basic that when you do it so many times, you would assume that you get pissed off when somebody doesn't realize it. So for me, I would suck at teaching. I wouldn't be able to give it the same energy and passion. I mean, like, take this for example. Say I had to teach somebody how to do a YouTube video. I doubt highly I could. Well, first off, I wouldn't want to. My channel's not that good. You'd be better off going to a YouTuber that's a lot better than I am. But if it was like a last-ditch effort, or you're like, I really like your videos, I want you to teach me. Teach me, sensei. Show me the way. I would do my best, but I'm not going to lie. I would probably get a little bit annoyed at, like, the first or second question when it's like, this should be real easy to figure out. I mean, there are fucking 10-year-olds and 13-year-olds that are putting videos up online. 10-year-olds on TikTok, of course, but you have fucking 13-year-olds putting up YouTube videos. But technically, there could be 10-year-olds just doing it under, the lying age gate that they usually do. But still, that's the whole thing. And with this, you're taking 2 people that I swear, like I said, were paid to do this. First off, I don't even know what the hell, this is the first time I've ever even heard of the Duga. Or Doga. I never heard of that before. It's like the hand-drawn in-between frames. Okay. and you're teaching people how to do that, so you're basically teaching them to be assistants. So they're not going to have fulfilling careers. That's basically my entire associate's degree. It's like, oh, you'll be job ready in 18 months. Oh, like hell. You'll have a degree that'll laugh at you when you go to work and laugh at you whenever you look at it. It just looks at you like you're on fucking drugs because it knows how badly you fucked up in life to get to this point, and it just laughs at you, and that miserable thing one of these days is going to be taken down and busted over my goddamn knee. Of course, then I'll be out the frame and the lovely little piece of paper that says that I at least tried something and I have loans to pay back because of it. But enough about my sorry problems. So, but anyway, when it comes to this, like I said, I find it scummy for a multitude of reasons. It almost seems like Netflix will hire them, but then they won't pay them. They'll say it's an unpaid internship. They'll find a way to screw them. And that's what bothers me about this. And then it's also the fact that it's goddamn Netflix. I'm tired of Netflix taking 90% of the anime anymore. I mean, look at the bastardized job they did with Neon Genesis Evangelion. They bastardized that. And what the ironic part is that when the non-disclosure agreements, the NDAs ended, the one person literally came right out and said that, oh no, they purposely changed the scripts. They told us we had to redub the whole thing. And the one person literally went up on Twitter, was like, hey, I just realized that the NDA's expired now on this. It literally just ran out. When it came to the Neon Genesis Evangelion Netflix series, we had to basically redo everything from goddamn scratch to make it more better for them. And they literally just came right out and they're like, so if you hated it, there's a damn good reason why. So, it's like I said, it's Netflix. I have no love when it comes to Netflix. I think Netflix needs to go away. They need to blow off and blow hard. But still, it's scummy. I mean, I'm all for people learning a skill or something that's probably going to help them down the road or something. But when it comes to this, no. Netflix has to go. Netflix is scummy. It's scummy as shit and it knows it. And that's the saddest part of this entire deal is that they know they're scummy. I know they're scummy. You know they're scummy. We all know they're scummy. But the problem is that it's just, yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so stop me if you've heard this one before. So, a long, long time ago, I actually can remember back when Media Blasters actually was a goddamn thing, and they were one of the massive forces to be reckoned with. And no, that's not a freaking ripoff of American Pie, and definitely not of Weird Al. No, I'm being serious. I remember back when Media Blasters was one of the many anime distributors that was out there. And it was just huge. I remember there was like everywhere, Media Blasters, Media Blasters, Media Blasters. I always thought the name was cool. Then, of course, years later, when I turned 18, and, when you're a teenager, you always want to know what's behind the covered-up, things at your local FYE and the video stores. And, of course, when you turn 18, that gives you the carte blanche to finally look at that. It's like, it's almost like Indiana Jones in a way. You're just kind of like going in there with your Indiana Jones hat, the whip, and everything else, just walking right in, and it's like, today's the day I'm going to find out what's behind that. And you pull the thing back, realizing that you're now 18, you have the license in your pocket to prove it. The fact that you're turned 18, you're all happy about it. You open, you pull back the cover a little bit just to see what's behind it. It's like, oh, that's all it is. It's just some naked woman or a naked guy. That's it. Oh, okay. Well, I could have probably just snuck a peek at that and when I was a fucking teenager and not given a rat's ass. But anyway, Media Blasters, though, of course, was one of those massive companies. Like I said, it was one of the most prominent anime distributors. They did a lot of good stuff. It had some hits. It did hit hard times, I should say. It didn't hit some. It hit hard times. Basically, the only thing that kept this company going for the longest time was its adult sister company, Kitty Media. Because Kitty Media released hentai. And they released a slew of hentai titles. And at $30 a pop, that's pretty much keeping your business afloat. Yes, I bought some hentai in my life. Come on, I'm not a saint. Come on, I'd rather laugh with the sinners than die with the saints. Sinners have a lot more fun. Yeah, that's true. Besides, I'm human. I'm a guy. But anyway, back in the day, though, they were huge. But, of course, they hit hard times. Shit hit the fans. I remember Media Blasters, one of their big claims was Icon. And I actually owned... I used past tense because I did sadly sell the DVD that I had. Again, hard times, needed money. I'll probably do an entire story on that someday, explaining like everything I had to give up and get rid of, just to get it out in the open, so that way everybody knows. But I remember Icon was huge for them because I remember it was like constantly sitting there in the shelf at the FYE, and I'm like, what the fuck is Icon? And I remember reading a magazine, which I still cannot find online. I have looked for it. It was an entire magazine issue. It was a special edition one. Came out, I was in, I want to say, it was in 10th or 11th? 11th grade, because I went 11th grade, because I had, 11th grade, because I had art class first period in the morning in 11th grade. So it was 11th grade, came out, or was it 10th? Well, 10th or 11th grade, and it was like in the middle of March. It was around my mom's birthday. There was a snowstorm. I had the day off because of snow. It didn't really do much. We went to the one grocery store, and it's sitting there on the shelf. It's $5. I really wanted it. My mom said no, and I have not been able to find it since. I have scoured the internet trying to find this. If anybody out there knows what I'm talking about, it was an entire thing like I think it was like all boobs and something in anime. If anybody out there knows the title of it exactly, and can narrow it down, it would have been 2005 or 2006. Like February, March 2005, 2006. Somewhere in that range. It was either 2005 or 2006, February, March. So if anybody out there knows the name of this, please let me know. I have been looking for this thing for years. Every spare chance I get, I am looking for this. I'm not joking. I'm dead fucking serious. I have been searching for this thing every chance I get. But anyway, I remember Icon was huge. I fell in love with it. I got the manga. Well, I got as much of the manga as I could get. It wasn't one of those you could just go to the freaking bookstore, pick it off the shelf, and walk out. You had to order that bitch. And then, of course, it stops after Volume 6. And I'm like, oh, son of a bitch. And then Volume 7 through 12 come out. I'm like, yes! And then you realize that there's still 6 volumes that weren't published. And I'm like, God damn it. And with Media Blasters constantly having their, we're sending stuff to other companies. They still had the IPs and the licenses. And Icon was one of them. I was constantly pissed, like, just give it to Viz. Or give it to somebody else. Let somebody else hold this and get the other shit out. Give us a goddamn series. This is still, Icon is still a series that I still, to this day, swear would make one hell of a freaking good anime series. This would be one hell of an Ichi Slice of Life series. It really would. I could see this running for 12 to 13 episodes and doing extremely well. I mean, hell, look at Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out. That's practically Icon, just replace the gaggle, the harem here, basically, with one individual. And you literally have the same goddamn energy. I swear to God, this could work so well, so damn well, as a Ichi Slice of Life series. I guess I'll have to do... Yeah, I guess I'm due for one of those. I usually do like a rant video a month or a year of... I usually do like 1 or 2 a year, like a discussion or something boob-related, just to kind of meet the boob quota that I think I'm kind of entitled to have to do. I mean... Everybody has one. Everybody does a fan service thing at some point. They make fun of it in anime, but still. But but I remember Icon was huge. But then, like I said, the thing that kept them alive was Kitty Media, and Kitty Media was basically your hentai and only hentai. But they had other stuff though here with Media Blasters other than just anime. There was like some live action stuff too. There was Zebra Man. I'm not joking. There's literally Zebra Man. Or is that something new that they have coming? That might be something new, but there's some other stuff, though, in here, too, on top of it. A lot of other titles. They did have some live-action stuff, I remember. Then again, keep in mind, for me, it was a lot of weird shit. Like, way back in the day. But there's an entire article out here, an interview with the CEO of Media Blasters on the company's reemergence. And in all honesty, now's actually a pretty good time for them to come back. I mean, with digital streaming being the optimum way to get stuff, they could easily take control and get their hands out there on a lot of decent titles, a lot of undergraded titles, and, you know, pitch them out there to streaming services like Tubi, Crackle, Pluto, and stuff like that, and probably actually make some money, or put them up on YouTube only. There is a slew of things they could do for this. I'm not even joking on that. It's the possibilities honestly become endless with it. And it's actually not a bad idea. Okay, there's Zebra Man 2. Oh, God. I'm looking at the article, but I'm not going to read the whole thing because, first off, I'll be here all night. As much as you would like that, I won't. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I guess they actually have an eBay store. Wow. Oh, wow, they actually do have an eBay store. Oh, cool. Okay, they have an eBay store. Nice. The old Media Blasters was 30, 40 people. There were like 5 people. They're trying to make a release schedule, 4 titles every month, and a half or so. And yeah, okay. I mean, I believe it. Like I said, Media Blasters was one of those back in the 90s. Everybody who was anybody that got into anime. Once anime hit the Western world, that was it. Like I said, Toonami basically took over a lot of stuff, and once they started airing like Gundam Wing, and they started airing Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon, well then again it was DIC, DIC. They were the ones that kind of had Sailor Moon first on some of the other low-grade cable channels. I remember watching on some of those. But when when Toonami, well, Adult Swim in a way too, because Adult Swim, after they yanked, before they plopped their head firmly up their hamster hole, they did. No, it's true. It's true. They shoved it up their hamster hole. It's true. Before they started screwing around too badly, they actually did air a couple anime series during the night. I remember watching this Cry It on there. Case Closed when it premiered. So there's a lot of different ones, and like I said, when anime started becoming a lot very popular here fast, it didn't take long for a lot of these companies to start going, hey, we want to distribute this stuff, even if they didn't know what the fuck they were doing or anything else. And Media Blasters, I kind of want to say was one of them. Then of course, Icon is the main thing. They did release a Blu-ray of Icon, so I do like that. That was pretty cool. But what has Media Blasters been up to the last few years is the part that I want to talk about this. Wasn't doing a lot in the last few years. It was just kind of going along. Okay, Kitty Media basically keeping their asses above water. They did a couple series, but they mostly just did the adult animation, which no shit. And they did Rio Rainbow. They did Juden-chan. Ladies vs. Butlers. Of those, though, the biggest was Ladies vs. Butlers, but were pretty slow, though. Apparently, they were pretty slow. They kind of got hit hard with the video industry back in the day, and when they concentrated more on the production, so did more productions of their own stuff in-house, so they thought it was going to be a lot better for the future. It didn't really do that well, and they kind of went back to anime, and the adult anime, aka hentai, was the easiest, so they started with that. There's a market for it. People wanted, hentai on Blu-ray. Ponjo, Kanojo X Kanojo, whatever the hell that means. The sales were amazing. So then they tried to do some other stuff, their older anime titles, and the ones that have done really well were Jungle Date Iko, Aiken, Yasuga, Strawberry Panic did okay. I remember Jungle Date Iko. I still have. I'm almost sure I still have that. No, I think I sold that one too. Yeah, I think I sold that one too. I know I got rid of Aiken. I remember that because I didn't get much for it. That really saddened me. Jungle Day Iko was a good series. It was a 3-episode OVA. Aiken was a 2-episode OVA. Both of them honestly have very, very dear places in my heart. They're both really good. But yeah, I mean, when you have some titles that do well, yeah, okay, you do well as an Ichi series. You know, you're an Ichi producer. You produce the fan service stuff. The problem is that, again, you have to compete with everybody else, and your popularity isn't going to hold up to, like, the mainstream shonen series. You're sort of that obscure little nerd section, sort of like the geeks that go to the comic book stores that want to buy the latest, you know, like, I really hate to say it this way, and please don't think of me as sexist, but they want to buy the latest Supergirl comic because Supergirl's boobs are exposed for, like, 1/3 of a panel. Like, literally, like, 1/3 of a panel, you can kind of see, like, 55% boob. And that's going to make them happy. You're sort of like, you have to compete with that. You're sort of like that in the mass market of everything else. It's a drop in the bucket, basically. And that's where it was. But with Media Blasters, like I said, Kitty Media basically kept their asses afloat. If it wouldn't have been for that, they would have been screwed from the start. And now with them shuttering a majority of Kitty's titles, honestly, it makes sense for Media Blasters to kind of want to step out of that step out of that limelight. I mean, hell, look at Playboy. That was like one of the main reasons why Playboy stopped putting the nudes in the magazines, because how did Hefner put it? You can just go online and look them up online. Why should we, waste the time, waste the money, waste the effort to put them in a magazine when you can just pull it up quicker on your computer or on your phone? And he was right, sadly. When it comes to hentai, it's literally the same thing. You can pull it up online a hell of a lot faster than, I want the DVD for it. So, yeah, I can see why they want to shutter a lot of that. Plus, a lot of them were like the older titles that weren't selling anymore, that they probably had like, hey, look, we have like a crap ton of these, we don't want to make anymore, so we're just going to put them OOP or out of print. Then that way, we don't have to worry about putting them up anymore. Don't have to catalog them. Once we're sold out of them, that's it. It's just, we had this, but then we can get rid of that and we can work on something else. And it makes sense in a way from a business standpoint, but still, Aiken was my favorite out of all of them. It really was. And again, if anybody out there, seriously, I'm not joking anymore. If anybody out there seriously knows the name of that special edition magazine that they had, that Aiken was mentioned in, it's Chiharu was she was literally the one pictured in it for that section. If anybody out there remembers what the name of that was, or what the magazine was, or if you know somebody on eBay that's selling it, please let me know. I am begging at this point. I have been looking for this thing for years. It's been driving me fucking batty that I've been looking for this for years. So please, if you know, let me know. Please. But yeah, if you want to read the whole thing, I just kind of paraphrased from the one part of it. If you want to read the whole interview, it's in the description. But yeah, I mean, I agree with it in a way, but again, you pretty much had Kitty Media keeping your asses afloat. You had to compete with Bandai, who basically did any of the mech stuff. If you ever had a mech series, Bandai was usually involved in it. Now it's Sunrise, and it's still pretty much the same thing. Viz, I think, tried with a couple, but still, if you had a mech-based series, you're dealing with, Bandai. If you had a Slice of Life or Supernatural, you're probably dealing with Viz or Funimation. If you have a Shoujo, I don't know who the fuck you're dealing with then. Probably, there was one for Shoujo. I just don't remember what it was. If you got like horror or something, maybe you're dealing with like a combination or one of the other ones. But for the Ichi stuff, it was literally Media Blasters. They were the ones that had it. It's like, if you were looking for that, if you were looking for the fan service, if you're looking for the, for like the Ichi related stuff or the Ecchi related stuff, it's Media Blasters. They were the ones that had it. And honestly, that was their claim to fame. And as much as you probably want to say it's a horrible claim to fame, it actually isn't. That's actually a good claim to fame. Because then you at least know, hey, we were popular for this. People at least know us because of this. And honestly, that's better than saying that people don't know us at all. Somebody could look at that and go, well, who the hell's Media Blasters? Oh, I don't know, some company back from like the 90s that produced, that distributed anime. How the hell am I supposed to know what the hell they're popular for? Aiken, Jungle Date Co. And basically those are Ichi series. So they're an Ichi company. It's pure and simple. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is still. But cool though, nonetheless. I won't lie about that. Alright, so when it comes to popular anime, you always have those multitude of titles. It's either going to be mainstream popularity, like Shonen Jump style stuff. Shonen series, like One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, Boruto, Dragon Ball Z, Super, Oh, well, fuck GT. GT sucked. But you're always going to have, you're always going to have titles like that. The mainstream ones that'll be popular, like Dr. Stone, Fire Force, stuff like that. Then you always have these small, obscure ones that you never hear about. Like Ride Back, Eden of the East, Sea Control, I'll even say Metabots, probably, Library Wars, The Devil's a Part-Timer, stuff like that. The low grade, it's not highly popular enough to get mass attention, but at the same time, it's popular enough that people know it exists. It's one of those things. Doraemon, I would even say, is one of them. But unfortunately, Doraemon is more of a popular one, apparently. Because when you think of popular anime, you probably go to One Piece, Boruto, or the soon-to-be, or soon-to-end Attack on Titan. And I didn't think of Attack on Titan because I only got past Season 1. And that was it. I didn't come back for Season 2. Or if I did, it was like one episode and I backed away. That was the end of that. And while those are pretty much the big heavy hitters in this, there's always going to be those, like I said, that, always have, like, the underlying. And I rattled off a few of them. And there's more, because I've watched a few of them that are grossly underrated. I mean, Tales of Symphonia alone was grossly underrated. I swear, Golden Sun needs a fucking anime, and it would probably be about the same level as Tales of Symphonia, but the fans would love it. I guarantee that. Sorry about that. I knew I felt the sneeze coming. But anyway, so here's the triple threat that rules the weekly anime rankings in Japan. So you got Doraemon, and I actually did watch Doraemon, or I think it was the upgraded version that was released on Disney XD. And Doraemon is interesting. I'm not going to lie about that at all. It's a very interesting story. I think of Doraemon sort of like Mary Poppins in a way, where his magical pocket is pretty much like Mary Poppins' magic bag. Both of which send you on an LSD trip if you end up trying to figure out how in the hell that works. Because science and magic just do not mix. Trust me. But either way, Doraemon is definitely, I'll agree, it is a popular one. A multitude of like movies. It's had there was like a CGI one too, if I remember, that was like really good. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those few series that beyond a doubt stands the test of time. I mean, you say Doraemon, people are going to know what the fuck you're talking about. I mean, it's not like you're up and saying, oh, well, I don't know about this series, and you're trying to, like, input the name here. No, Doraemon is a series that you know the freaking name. Somebody says Doraemon, you're there. It's based on the 1969 manga. It stars the earless robot cat from the future who comes back to fix the life of the slacker nerd, Nobita, or Nob. I always remember calling him Nobu, or Nobi. Doraemon has an endless supply of futuristic gadgets for every problem, but mainly Nobu just wants to, it's Nobita, but I remember them calling him Nobu. He wants to use them to avoid doing homework and anything else. Yeah, he's a slacker. What are you going to have him do? Oh, I'm going to teach you to be a better person. Look, in the first episode, he showed him who he's going to marry. No offense, that should have been his motivation right there to change that. all you had to do is say, look, I've come back from the future to make sure this doesn't happen. And when he sees who he was marrying, that would have been the first clue of, oh my God, no. I'm going to change my ways. Please tell me that there's still time to change, like Ebenezer Scrooge to the ghosts of Christmas yet to come. Please tell me that there's a way to, sponge the writing from this stone. In this case, you'd be like, please tell me there's a way to get rid of this freaking picture and make it go away. So then the next one on the list here is, and I'm going to mispronounce this, it's S-A-Z-A-E-San. Saze-san, I guess? It looks kind of interesting. Not only is it one of Japan's most popular anime from week to week, it holds a Guinness World Record for longest running animated series. The show broke its 45-year streak, though, for 1 month last year due to the COVID-19 complications, but it bounced back and is once again running strong. Yeah, a lot of stuff. In all honesty, anything that was down as long running, I want to say was given a mulligan last year. Like, a lot of stuff was given a mulligan, honestly. So there is that. But apparently the plot, though, for this is 81-year-old Midori Kato has voiced... Oh, no, okay, that's just the thing. Has voiced the protagonist, though, since the show's premiere. Oh, here we go. The series is about a modern woman living with her family and salaryman husband in a perennial favorite, in particular viewers who look for a touch of nostalgia every week. I don't know what the hell that word meant. Okay, so it's basically a slice of life series, and it's probably just popular because it's goofy and simple. Who cares? Looks cool, I'm not gonna lie. It's simple design, and honestly, probably really cool. I mean, almost reminds me a little bit of Crayon Shin-Chan, just slightly bumped up, quality-wise a bit. That's all. I think Crayon Shin-Chan is one of the best. And then I think this is the last one on the list. Yeah, okay. So then the last one on the list here is Chibi Maruko-chan. Yeah, this one looks interesting. It's a semi-autobiographical manga, became this long-running popular anime. Like Saze-san, though, it's a constant presence and maybe less known to fans outside of Japan. Yeah, because I never heard of it before. Looks cool, but I honestly never heard of it before. The series consists of incidents in Maruko's daily life as presented by Maruko herself with the help of a narrator. Until last month, veteran voice actor Keaton Yamada maintained the role of the narrator. Chibi Maruko-chan has had 2 series, one from 1990 to 1992, and one that's been running, save for one COVID-19 delay, which, like I said, everything... I'm going to say it again, and I stand by this. Anything that had, like, a long-running, it never missed anything, series, either television, animation, what have you, I swear to God, if you really want to upend, make this thing into a case, they were all given a mulligan last year. Everything was given a mulligan, okay? And for those of you that don't know what that means, in the words of the doctor, Google it. Seriously, just Google it. But anyway, since 1995, though, this said the second one has run since 1995. Notably, Sakura herself either wrote or oversaw the series right up to her passing in 2018. So, wow. Because this is Mooko Sakura's semi-autobiographical manga. This actually sounds really interesting. I'm going to have to see if I can find any of this on YouTube, even just like clips. But yeah, will you be watching any of these? Yeah, I'm probably going to be hunting down Chibi Maruko-chan. That sounds kind of interesting. Possibly, I think Suzane-san, I think I saw a clip of that, but I don't remember. I mean, it looks familiar, I'm not going to lie. Because the mom looks familiar. She does. She looks freaking familiar to me. I just cannot. She does. She looks so damn familiar. So does the dad. So it's weird about that. And of course, I already know about Doraemon. So yeah. Come on. I watched, I guess it was the reboot when it came out to, when it came on to Disney XD. I saw the reboot of it, I guess. Yeah. Doraemon is always, I know Doraemon. That's freaking good. That's a goddamn good series. It seriously is. Really well thought out. Because I remember I was watching that, I was like, man, as I remember seeing the thing on Twitter that Johnny Young Bosch put up, that he's voicing the one character, and I'm like, yeah, he's really doing a damn good job of playing a kid. And it's like, he really was. You had no idea it was him. I remember watching an episode, because I remember he had a thing up on Twitter about, it was either Twitter or Facebook, he's like, yeah, I'm literally watching myself, he was watching it with his daughter, so he's watching his voice acting, and she's watching the series, not realizing that, or either not realizing or realizing that Dad's the one that's voicing the character. So that's actually pretty cool. But I remember there was a series, Tenkai Knights, which is another underrated series. I mean, I should do an entire discussion video on underrated anime series at this point. I'm starting to think of a lot of them here. I'd have to do some research and really plan that one out, but that's a possibility. I'll have to add that to my list. But anyway, I remember Tenkai Knights, and it was it was a really cool show. I mean, I actually have some of the little toys that came out with it, those little brick things. They're kind of cool. I got a couple of them on clearance, so I at least got Brave and Wolf. That's all I really wanted, was that one. I only have 2 of the 4 Tenkai Knights anyway, and I have the Guardian, so I technically have 3 of the 5, but I was missing the 2, and I just never bothered to look on eBay for the other ones, because they were commanding astronomical prices the last time I checked, and I don't really want to see it again. But there was that. But yeah, I'm watching that the one Saturday morning, I'm like, man, that voice sounds familiar. And you had to get up like really early in the morning to watch Tenkai Knights, because it wasn't one of those that's on at like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning on Cartoon Network. No, it was like 7:30, 8 o'clock it was on. And I'm like, I mean, I really had to force myself to make sure that I'm up, flip the TV on in my room when I still had it, and watch, just like listen to it as I lay there. I'm like, yeah, it's freaking 10 o'clock in the morning. That's when I'm going to wake up. Till then, I can lay here, watch anime, watch cartoons. It's Saturday morning. This is what I call life. And then I got rid of my TV. Well, we got rid of cable, and I still had my DVD player attached to it. I'm like, I can just watch movies. And then I gave up my TV to be a computer screen, and ever since then, I have not had a TV in my room. Seriously, I've actually, it's been, God, that would have been 2000, I want to say, Christ. I know Granny was still alive. I want to say 2015 we got rid of the cable, or no, 2016 we got rid of the cable. 2015 we could only get one other box for it, because the cable company required us to have a box, and so that we wouldn't have to be charged an extra $1.95, since my grandfather was bitching about the cost of cable as it was. I just gave up. I made the sound decision, I'll just give up TV. And 2016, then we ended up getting rid of it anyway. So it was like 2014, 2015. I think we might have had it for like a year, maybe 2, like that. I think it was at least a year. But yeah, I just have not had a TV up in my room since. So yeah, no TV for me. At least not up in, yeah. We have like one working TV in the house, and we have it hooked up to the Roku. That's basically it. So yeah. But I remember watching Doraemon. I remember, watching Tenkai Knights. I remember Saturday morning cartoons. So, for me, that was a lot of fun. That's how I watched Tenkai Knights. As far as Doraemon was concerned, I heard the things about it. I'm like, I can watch Disney XD. This sounds like fun. Oh, cool. This is interesting. And, yeah, it was. For like a hot minute. Then I forgot about it. I forgot watching it a couple times, and that was pretty much it. But, yeah, otherwise, I remember Doraemon. Doraemon's one I remember. I will be looking up that other one, though, probably. I will jot it down so I do not forget to look it up. But I'll be looking up that other one. That other one does sound kind of interesting. Yeah, so what underrated anime have you ever thought of, though? I rattled off a few of them in this, so let me know any of them that you thought up in the comments. I'm actually kind of interested to hear that. I really am. Alrighty, Transformers fans, it's time to transform and roll out. That's right, Hasbro has officially announced that they've unveiled a self-transforming Optimus Prime robot. Now, before I tell you how much this wonderful piece of technology is, let me explain. This is the most advanced official Transformer toy ever made. Standing an impressive 19 inches tall, built from metal alloy parts. RoboSyn Robotics, fully programmable Optimus Prime, walks in robot form, drives in vehicle mode, and converts automatically on command. And he's up for pre-order on Hasbro Pulse. And I'm not going to tell you how much yet. I'm actually going to see if I can't pull up the site. I'm trying to update my laptop at the same time, so it may not work. I'm going to see. Hopefully it will, because I'm kind of curious. But anyway, RoboSyn Robotics has been making self-transforming robots for a while. It was only a matter of time before they got together with Hasbro. You know, it's basically like those two ships in the night. Eventually, they're going to cross paths. Somehow, some way, they're going to find each other. It's like, look, we've been making self-transforming robots. You've constantly had on robots that transform in your shows. Let's get together and kind of play let's make a deal here. Only in this case, it's let's make some money. And honestly, it's kind of true. So this is actually pretty cool. Now, for the price tag, and I guess I should say it. I guess I should say how much, because the Hasbro Pulse, I know it'll probably come up for you. For me, it's going slow, because like I said, I am trying to update my laptop. I was given it needs to update, so let me try pausing it. Let me try pausing the updates and see if that will work. Okay, now let's see if that got it back so it'll load up. Probably not. Let's try again, and maybe not. It's my mom's laptop's probably updating. Oh, you don't want to. Come on, yeah, baby. Alright, come on, laptop. You can do it. Come on, you can do it. I know you can do it. I know you're feeling it. Oh, maybe not. Oh, no, it loads up. Yay! I'll unpause my thing then. But yes, Hasbro Pulse. You should remember them from the wonderful Unicron. Yes, remember Unicron, Destroyer of Worlds, the one that summoned Megatron, and no one has ever summoned Megatron. And it pleased him to be the first. Yes, Hasbro. Oh, no, that was HasLabs. Or was it? I think it's all the same shit. I think it's all the same shit, man. I think it's all the same. But Hasbro Pulse, yeah, this thing is like massive. I think 19 inches though. Holy shit. Let's see here. They have a YouTube channel. Let's see, a bunch of Star Wars stuff. Pilot Your Way Through the Galaxy. Yeah. More of the Transformers stuff. Doctor Strange thing. Okay, why does it just take me right to Hasbro Pulse's site? Oh, I should hit the thing. I should hit the pre-order link. Yeah, duh, Andrew. That would probably work out a lot better than you hitting the Hasbro Pulse one. That'll take it Hasbro Pulse. Okay, so the Optimus Prime here. It's sold out. Damn it! Son of a bitch! It's sold out. God damn it! Who's gonna be scalping this bitch now on eBay? Son of a bitch! You know what? To quote Bender Rodriguez from Futurama, I'll build my own Optimus Prime, and I'll make it better. It'll have blackjack and hookers. In fact, forget the blackjack and the hookers. And then it gives my level of expertise. Ah, screw the whole thing. It's sold out. God damn it. God damn it. So I only find out about this thing yesterday. No, I saw a thing about it last night. I find out more information this morning. God damn it. It's sold out. Son of a bitch. Alright, so introducing the industry's first auto-converting, interactive, programmable, voice-activated, mobile-controlled... that was a fucking mouthful. Optimus Prime robot. In collaboration with Hasbro, RoboSyn brings you your favorite Transformers hero. Can I possibly get a Transmetal Megatron that actually does the yes and can transform into his 3 modes? That, for the price tag that you're charging for this, would also be cool. Any Transformer fan out there want to disagree with me on that? Anybody? Anybody at all? I didn't think so. Okay. So Optimus Prime comes to life, fully immersible experience through voice-activated actions, mobile app controls, and endless hours of creative fun and ways to program Optimus to walk, punch, blast, drive, and convert at the swipe of your finger or command at your voice. Gee, you'll finally have a little robot bitch doll called Optimus. You can literally make Optimus... You can do what Megatron could never do and make Optimus Prime your bitch. Wow! I never thought I'd live to see the day. Wow! Yeah, you can make Optimus Prime your bitch now, apparently. The world has never seen an easier way to convert and roll out. And it's transform and roll out, you badges. It's Hasbro Pulse. You don't even get the goddamn line right. Okay, so this includes a battle axe and blaster, as well as charging cables, instruction guide, and travel case. Travel case? That's going to be great taking that through airport security. Sir, why do you have a robot? It's my buddy. Okay, sir, you cannot take the robot on the plane. This could be possibly dangerous. It's not dangerous. It's a robot. See, the mobile app available through the Apple App Store and Android App Store. Search RoboSyn Optimus Prime. And a built-in rechargeable lithium-ion battery, 2,000 milliamps. Oh, wow. It's no more powerful than a goddamn tablet. An incredible 19 inches tall, Optimus is equipped with 80 sound effects, voiced by the original voice of the Autobot leader himself, not the generic screw you from a can version that you got from the Netflix version. No. The almighty, all great Peter Cullen. Yes, the original Optimus Prime. It almost makes the price tag seem worth it. And I know I haven't told you the price yet. I'm saving that. It's going to be the last thing you see. So anyway, the authentic G1 design with detailed emblems, chrome accents, and lighting throughout. Built-in speakers and 2 microphones bring Optimus Prime to life. Witness each punch, blast, breathe, and conversion. Wow, seriously? And conversion all done with seamless precision right before your eyes. Enjoy the most amazing Transformers experience the industry has ever interacted with. Optimus Prime is built premium throughout with the world's most advanced collection of premium materials assembled together with over 50,000 components. With over 5,000 components, 60 microchips, and 27 servo motors, making this a one-of-a-kind collector's experience. Turn on and roll out. Optimus Prime speeds away in truck mode via voice or app and can seamlessly control Optimus Prime in robot or truck mode via voice or mobile app commands. All for the low price. Wow, they even have like really good pictures. I mean, if it'd be like a little better detailed, I think, like panel lining wise, I would probably be all for it, but the app looks kind of cool in a weird sort of way. They give an exploded view on here, which, let's face it, that's going to make people want to make their own. There's going to be some knockoffs now. But yeah, no, this thing's actually pretty cool. So, like, if you think about it, with this and the price tag for this, we are now one step closer to Metabots. Thank you, Hasbro Pulse, and, what was it, Robocon? God, I don't even remember. What the hell was it? RoboSyn Robotics. Thank you, RoboSyn Robotics and Hasbro Pulse. You're moving us one step closer to Metabots. Seriously, I mean, if I can interact with an Optimus Prime, what's to stop somebody from taking the same technology and mass-producing a shit ton of Metabots? You could have Metabee, and Arcbeetle, Smilodon, Rakusho. You could have them battle with your phone or your tablet or something. That would be great. Oh my God! Seriously, somebody get on this. I freaking, that would be down for the price tag then. Speaking of the price tag, I've been putting it off long enough, unless you've looked at the freaking article, in which case, thanks a lot for spoiling the fun. All this wonderful stuff included in this wonderful package, this one-of-a-kind Optimus Prime that walks, talks, fights, and listens to your voice and can interact with you. It transforms by itself. Again, we are so close now to fucking Metabots. This isn't funny. All this can be yours for the low, low price. Now, first off, how much do you think you'd pay for this? Are you thinking like $7,000? Are you thinking $70,000? Nope. All this for the low, I honest to God, low price. I'm not even joking how low this is. $700. You heard me right. $700. This Optimus Prime was selling on Hasbro Pulse for $699. Yep. You heard me correct. $699. Ladies and gentlemen, we have officially reached the new era. This thing, I'm not gonna lie, like maybe 10 years ago, this would have been like $2,000. I thought $600 for Unicron was a joke. And I still do. I still think that was a fucking waste of money. People were only giving money into that just to say they gave money into it. This, though, this walks, this talks, this basically does anything you can fucking imagine for $700. We are now one step closer to Metabots, and honestly, I want to say this. I'm not going to lie. Let's see, this pre-order item will be available to ship on approximately October 1st of 2021, by the way. With this, we're really close to Metabots. We really are. If you think about it, I mean, an interactive app, you could have battles. With the online functionality of it, you could have rankings to see who's better than who. We could honestly have Metabot fights now. I'm honestly impressed by this. I mean, I'm already happy about this. If this thing wouldn't be sold out, I'd be trying to find a way to scrape $700 together, just for the. I really want to have this. I mean, my mom would kill me if I spent $700 on this. She'd kill me. She'd kill me dead. She'd shoot me dead. There would be nothing left. There wouldn't be enough left for them to convict her. It'd be Optimus Prime, though. It'd be my own little child, in a way. It actually has Peter Cullen's voice. Because I remember seeing it on Twitter, and I'm like, for $700, this thing had better speak, and it better have Peter Cullen's voice coming out of it for $700. Literally, this morning, I look online, I see the article, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! It actually does have his voice! Well, holy hell! I'm shocked. I'm gonna put the link to the Hasbro. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna put the link to the Hasbro Pulse thing here as well, so you can check it out. That way you don't get confused like I did. And this thing's really cool. I'm not gonna lie. This is impressive. I'm shocked that it's $700. And like I said, this makes us one step closer to Metabots in a way. We don't have to have the transformation on it. But, you know, we're now closer to Metabots than we've ever been before. And this is a massive step. I mean, if we can make it about a foot tall, you can add in a few more servos, or probably a little less. You might be able to change up the size of them. We could get Metabots depending on how fast this moves. I'm all for this. I really am. This is impressive. Okay? It may look like a toy, though. Technically, it is a toy. But this Optimus toy is assembled from over, like I said, 5,000 components, 60 microchips, 27 servos. It's got more microchips and servo motors than most people have in their pockets right now. Yeah. It's a comprehensive set full of functions. It can walk, drive, respond to commands, voice actors. It comes equipped with more than 80 sound effects from voice actor Peter Cullen himself. Honestly, what more? $700. What more could you ask for? I wanted this thing sold out in like 2 minutes. I bet you it's like 20 seconds. It went live, and 20 seconds later, it's done. It's sold out in like 20 seconds. This thing will be scalped on fucking eBay right at Christmas. Watch. You mark my words. You mark my words. November will come around. Black Friday or Cyber Monday will happen. And next thing you know, it's going to be massive anarchy. And this Optimus Prime's going to be all over eBay. And it's going to be selling for almost $3-4 grand. You mark my words. I can guarantee it. You mark my words. But yeah, holy hell. That's impressive. Holy hell, that's impressive. nonetheless. 700. I mean, I'd actually buy that. I'm an Optimus Prime nut for starters, but I'd actually buy that. I mean, then again, I have a nice little collection of Optimus Prime stuff. Most of them are actually, ironically, not too far from me, under a blanket. It's under a fleece, which I really should get washed, to keep them nice and safe from the cold and the dirt and everything else, because I don't have a good box to put them in yet. But I have a lot of Optimus Prime stuff. I am an Optimus Prime nut. He's one of my favorite Autobots, one of my favorite Transformers. But like I said, this not only puts us, like I was saying, one step closer to actually having real-life Metabots, but could we possibly get, Transmetal Megatron? I mean, that could be an idea down the road, Transmetal Megatron. It changes into Dinosaur. You could have, like, the two back panels just kind of, like, pop up, make a little humming sound as they spin, sort of like it wants to try to take off. It can go into dinosaur mode. It says some of the sound effects, like the yes. Could you imagine the fans losing their shit at that? They would piss money out for that. That would be something they would piss money out for. Like, wholeheartedly, they'd be pissing money out their ass for that. But yeah, this is cool. I'm not gonna lie. This is very, very cool. Alright, so if you thought the Optimus, though, was cool, I really hate to bring this one to you, but Pikachu is also going to become a robot. But this one, while it looks cute, doesn't transform or do a lot. It sings, it dances, and it attacks. It's actually pretty cool. The new toy, Let's Talk. I'm not even joking. That's literally what it's called. It's called Let's Talk. No Re Pikachu. So I'm guessing Let's Talk Pikachu, basically. Basically, it's sort of like Tickle Me Elmo. Only in this case, it won't make you feel weird. Who out there remembers that? Yeah, Tickle Me Elmo, and it makes you feel weird. You're a grown adult, and you're picking up a Tickle Me Elmo because it's the most popular toy at Christmas that time. And it's saying, Elmo, Tickle Me Elmo. Oh, yeah, you were getting weird. I swear everybody that bought one of those back in the 90s was immediately put on a list. I swear they were put on a list. I swear it. But this Pikachu can respond to commands and interact with you. If you ask it to sing, it will sing the Pikachu song. I don't know what that is, and I'm not going to look it up because it will probably make me not want to like Pikachu anymore. If you ask it to dance, it will dance to the Pokemon theme song, which honestly that's not too bad. If you tell it to attack, it will, probably not that viciously though. But if you tell it, and I like this, if you tell it you're going out or going to bed, it will also have specific responses to that. It was reminding me of, and I gotta remember, okay, I know where it is. It's back behind a couple boxes. It was reminding me of this toy that I got, I think the one year for Christmas. It was a Vmon, because I was really big into Digimon. It was a Vmon that doubled as an alarm clock and an interactive pal. And it was actually pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie. I used it as an alarm clock for the longest time. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. I still have it. I actually thought about getting rid of it, seeing if somebody might want it. I mean, I really don't use it anymore. It's literally just collecting dust. So I might try cleaning it up a little bit. But, yeah. But, you can also play, you can also play a game with it, You can also play a game with you where you guess which direction it will move. It knows which direction your voice comes from and will turn its head accordingly. But it also comes with a warning. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, if you play with this thing too much, it will get upset. Even Pikachu's robot toys need some time off. So so apparently, for the low price, by the way, this is what impresses me. Now, all right, there's actually a thing to order. I'm kind of curious here. But anyway, unlike the Optimus Prime robot, this one is, first off, it's under $100. So, it's impressive that it's done cheap, but it's under $100. It's takaratomiarts.co.jp. And of course, this thing has the cost of, drumroll please, 8,800 yen, or about $80. Yeah, 8,800 yen or $80 American. Yeah, sure, I'm all for that. $80 American for a Pikachu that's basically a giant Furby. Just minus the fur. It's basically a giant Furby. I think Furbies were about $80 back in the day when they first came out. Yeah. But oh, this is interesting though. Okay, dance to the Pikachu dance. I don't sings the Pikachu song. I don't know what the fucking Pikachu song is, and like I said, I don't want to know. I mean, this is cute and all, but I mean, the eyes couldn't, like, I mean, they could have did like what the Vmon thing did for Digimon, where the eyes can kind of like turn and like flip the eyes to make like the little happy eyes, or pissed off eyes when you start playing with it too much, or the tired eyes for like, look, I need a break, go away. That was a missed opportunity. Of course, I probably would have bumped it up to about $100. It can turn its head up and down, shake its head no. That's basically all it is. Wow, and its release date is June of this year. Oh, okay. So it's coming out in June. Would I buy this? Is it going to be on eBay? Like, relatively cheap? No? Okay. I mean, I know Hasbro, like, introduced a lot of stuff this week that really got people entertained. I mean, we have an Arc that actually transforms into a giant-ass robot with Teletran 1 and a small Optimus figure. We now have self-transforming Optimus. And now, we're getting from Takara Tomy Arts, we are getting a Pikachu that you can interact with. Just remember, though, Pikachu has its limits. Don't play with Pikachu all day long, because then Pikachu will get pissed. And when Pikachu gets pissed, it might do something that will probably start the uprising. I mean, could you honestly imagine this thing starting Judgment Day? That would be the cutest thing in the world. All of a sudden it'd be like, and the day when hell froze over, the Pikachus were to blame. So many people worshipped them and played with them all day that they got annoyed, and eventually rioted and raised hell. Next thing you know, they took over everything. Communications, the airwaves. Everyone was dancing the Pikachu dance. Those that turned to Disney to stop them were shocked when Pikachus revolted and took down the House of Mouse. This dystopian future brought to you by Nintendo and Game Freak and the Pokemon Company. that would be the cutest thing though in the world. But yeah, for $80 though, it can be, come on, it's $80. For under $100, that's not bad. I was telling my mom, when the interactive Yoda came out, like so many years ago, I was trying to remember, it was like, that was about, I was figuring that was like $80 to $100 when it came out. I remember getting mine on clearance for like $25 at Walmart, because I had enough to get either that or Metroplex from Transformers Cybertron, but I didn't have enough for both. And I was like, oh, I really wanted Metroplex, but there was only a couple Yodas left. I really wanted Metroplex, so I went with Yoda, though. And I'm like, maybe I'll be lucky, and there'll still be a Metroplex here, and the Metroplexes were gone. I was like, son of a bitch! I was kind of bummed, I'm not going to lie. But I was like, okay. So Metroplex is gone. I ended up getting one then a couple years ago. I got it on eBay. So there was that. But still, for $80, I mean, and this would be $80 nowadays money. That's actually not that bad. If you think about it, it could be worse. I'm not going to lie. It could be worse. But you're looking at like $80 nowadays money. That's not bad. Not for a Pikachu that's interactive, can talk with you, gets pissed off. I mean, the Optimus Prime for $700 is As honest to God, I'm not gonna lie. For what they put into that thing, that's actually worth $700. You're actually getting that for a bargain at $700. I mean, now granted, all that shit that they put into it is readily available. You can make your own. Quite literally, actually. I mean, all you would need is a decent PCB for the microchips and the computer components. You would just have to know the servos that they used, the alloy, which you could actually 3D print, because a lot of people do 3D print alloys and metal stuff. There are ways to do that. So, I mean, it's not an entirely bad thing. Of course, it's not a good thing. But still, it's, yeah. I'm for $80 though, this Pikachu does seem kind of interesting. And I am a Pikachu nut, but $80 though for a Pikachu that could possibly get pissed off if I want to spend the whole day playing with it, I kind of have to draw my poison somewhere. I got to draw the line in the sand. I mean, I like Pikachu. I got a giant Pikachu pillow that's currently being crushed by a couple boxes. Not heavy boxes, like one really crappy clipboard that I got for free, and book, and one of my actually I think it's two of my spare mic arms, or two of my spare boom arms. So yeah, it's not like it's being crushed by a lot of stuff. But I got a Pikachu pillow, I got a Pikachu plushie, I got my favorite Pikachu figure, I got some Pikachu trading cards. I'm a Pikachu nut. I like Pikachu. It's my favorite Pokemon. He really is. He's my favorite Pokemon. Because he's bright yellow, he's cute and adorable. I like Pikachu. But yeah, do I like Pikachu enough to buy an $80 interactive one? Could the price come down to like $50 on eBay? Can I get one for like $50 on eBay? I mean, it's like a $50 toy. I'm not gonna lie. This would be more like a $50 toy. Because knowing my luck, it'll break or burn out. I mean, when you see something like, you comparing it to like the last two robots you find out are coming out. You have the Pikachu robot, and then you have this Optimus Prime. The one's going for $700, and it has all the bells and whistles. This one, it just moves its head up and down, or side to side, and maybe can move around and dance a little bit. Okay, so it's got little wheels on the bottom of it that can basically cause it to move, and it's got a up and down motion and a side to side motion, sort of like the, solar, those little solar things you can get real freaking cheap that are annoying as all hell. Yeah, okay, I don't see that, I see that breaking and burning out. I mean, you've seen those little solar panels that you can screw with the LED, you can screw with like an LED light. If you ever have like a blue LED light, like a really cool flashlight or something, just turn that on, shine it right over that, and that supercharges the damn thing. Because it's registering so much of the light, and this filter inside doesn't realize it. We have one here. It's like this little flower that moves back and forth as sunlight hits it. Turn on the light, you hit it with the light, it just goes freaking batshit crazy because it's getting so much power pushed into it. I mean, like, if you ever had to like supercharge like, let's say you had let's say you had a solar charger for your phone, and you didn't want to sit it against your windowsill all day long because, it's like miserable outside, but you have no power because the storm's basically taking down everything. You can supercharge this thing literally with an LED light. Just like run the LED light over it, it'll charge that phone up fast. I guarantee it, because that's how the solar panels just get screwed with those. Now, I don't know if it's all solar panels, but I know most of them do. At least those little chintzy ones for those little plant things. But that's basically like the gears and the servos that I think are in this Pikachu. Those things break with ease. So, yeah, I'd be a little weary of this actually working. At least for long periods of time. But either way, not a bad idea. Not the world's greatest idea, but not a bad idea. But, yeah, it's still pretty cool. Alrighty, everybody, and that's going to do it then this week for the absolutely, completely random podcast. Thank you all for being here for the last hour, a little over an hour that we've been together. It's been a lot of fun. We've had some laughs. We've killed some time. Hopefully you've learned something new. If not, well, then I failed, and I apologize for wasting your time. I mean, I know it's precious and everything, but if you didn't find me entertaining, let me know. Hit the dislike button. Hit the thumbs down button. If nobody else sees how many dislikes there are because of YouTube's new idea, they're experimenting with some people, so be it. But I will know. I'll still know. I always know. I'm not the world's greatest YouTuber. I've come to accept that. But anyway, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, give me a thumbs down. If you didn't like it, then I really apologize for wasting your time. And I do apologize. Please accept my forgiveness, and please do not take this as a harsh reality. I do have other videos. One of them might be better than this. You never know. But until you either accept me or unaccept me, I am still forever in limbo. And speaking of limbo, I'm out of here because it's time for me to get some sleep. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I've been up since 2:30. So, for the absolutely, completely random podcast, I'm Andrew Rhodes. I'm checking out for the night. Good night, everybody. Have a wonderful week. I will see you all next time. Well, I won't physically see you, but you know what I mean. I'll be here next time. Same YouTube channel, about the same YouTube time, give or take whenever you listen to me. Right here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel with the absolutely, completely random podcast. Bye, everybody, and I will catch you next time. See ya.